Welcome to the TUG meeting. I'm Kurt Ober. I'm the product lead for Trilinos. So I've been in this role for about 5 years. And so what we decided to try to do this year is have a couple of thrusts for the meeting here at HPSF. First meeting, we'd like to give an intro for new users and developers. We kind of see that we haven't done that in quite a while, so we thought it would be useful for people interested in trying to use Trilinos to be able to give them some background on the capabilities and such from Trilinos. So that's primarily what we're focusing on this afternoon. We'll be covering, hey, what is Trilinos? What is its capabilities? And we have 5 talks following mine covering various portions of Trilinos. We also wanted to have just a traditional TUG meeting here at HPSF, and that's what's primarily what we'll be covering tomorrow. It'll be the, hey, updates to Trilinos, what things have happened over the last year, provides our users and developers a forum to discuss a variety of things, and allow presentations from our user base and get experiences from them. And then one portion that's always been very helpful for everybody is that we do have an open discussion session. This is where we're trying to field any questions. And if you read the abstract, really nothing's off limits. We like to candidly hear what folks have been experiencing the Trilinos, things they would like to see, etc. So at a very high level, what is Trilinos? It really is a collection of capabilities to provide a framework for applications and build a solution for complex multi-physics engineering and scientific problems. So there's a variety of capabilities, and we have a list of them here. I won't go through them in detail, but the basic idea is that we provide a wide variety of capabilities so that application folks can take advantage of these, use the pieces that they would like. All of these are meant to be interoperable, so if you pick one and need another, they should be able to work together. But those capabilities are really supported by one or multiple other packages, depending on how they're implemented. And that's what's listed here. And so if you're interested in some of these, you can talk to any of us and we can help you navigate down to maybe what package you should be looking at for that particular capability that you're looking for. So I tend to do this. Hey, here's the faces of Trilinos leadership and working groups. So if you see these people, you can stop them, talk with them, and ask your question. As part of HPSF, I'm myself, Christian over here, and Jim back there are the technical steering committee on the HPSF committee. But then we also have an operational leadership where this group of folks is basically, hey, let's maintain the day-to-day operation, make sure the CI is working, help plan out new capabilities over, the next year or two. We also are involved with a couple of working groups. We're involved with the continuous integration and the benchmarking group. And those folks are here in the audience also. So if you have questions or comments along those lines, did I not get one?
So they get half of my talk. So anyways, yeah, if you have any questions, here's the folks, and you got a face to the name. So a couple things that at a high level, what's happened over the last year. We just released Trilinos 17. There was just a few major things that we did with the 17. The big one being we removed ePetra. And if you're not familiar with ePetra, please don't worry about it. The replacement is tPetra. And just for historical reasons, ePetra is essential Petra, meaning the base, vector linear algebra operations. tPetra is meant to be the templating. Of course, works with Cocos and everything. So that's we've spent the last 3 years slowly moving and get to the point where last month we actually got it removed from the repo. 17 also moved up our compiler requirement to C++ 20 and CMake 3.27. The other biggie is making sure we could use Cocos 5. That's all gone through. We're good there. One last tidbit is that we had an in-source copy of G-Test as a package. We removed that because of installation questions. That just became a sore spot and a complication that we wanted to remove. And the current plan is that we are tightly coupled with Cocos, and in fact Cocos used to be part of Trilinos until it became a snapshotted package, a package that moved out to do its own, work on its own repo and such. Well, in the future we're planning on matching our major and minor releases with them, so there's not this sync where at times you may or may not need Cocos version such and such with Trilinos such and such. They should be in better sync at this point. And also, already Cocos 5.1 is coming in the next month or two, so hopefully that will go smoothly. Other big highlight is that we're revamping the Trilinos homepage. We are really trying to be a little more focused on the capabilities so that it's a little easier for our users and developers to find information. Have the link here. We're continuing to make improvements there. A couple of things on the horizon is doing canonical examples, something that a graduate student would say, I kind of know this capability from my graduate class. We'd like to have an example there where they can basically say, I've seen something like this. I know how to move from there in trying to apply it to my own problem. Working on an applications page just to show, hey, we do have about 25 applications that are using Trilinos and would like to show, their usage and links to their sites. So the other thing is that this is a GitHub IO repo. Hey, if you would like to suggest changes, talk with us, please feel free to put in a PR and add content. We are an organization, a community of users. Everybody, would love to see people contribute to that. A little bit of an eye chart, but yeah, Mike.
I'm not suggesting you change it. So what's against Cocos being an external dependency?
Nothing. We can do either. So if
And we are able to do that?
yes. I didn't mean to indicate otherwise. Eye chart for the agenda. The basic thing I wanted to say here is that some of our talks are 30 minutes, some of them are 25 minutes, some are 20. Today they're all 30-minute talks, 25 and 5 question and answer. But that's the reason to put it up here. Our timing with everybody else might be a little different, so just as a heads up. But I wanted to point out the last item there again is the open discussion. That's tomorrow afternoon from essentially the last hour of tomorrow. We have a bunch of questions to seed the discussion, but we would really like to hear from everybody here. Hey, what kinds of questions do you have? Things that you would like to discuss. We're going to monitor that through a Google Docs page. The QR code is up there. I'll leave this up for a moment. Please go ahead and scan that in. You guys can start adding questions immediately.